Welcome to Good News. So, what's been happening? Well, Eamon Holmes told us what he thought of pensioners.
I don't mind them as long as they don't poo.
Did anyone else see that reporter have an argument with himself?
You're a douchebag. No, you are. No, your mother is. Don't talk about mummy that way.
Is it me? Or did Ipswich Town have a really complicated car share system?
You pick me up, I'll pick him up. Someone else will pick me up, I'll pick them up. That's it. The players pick you up. We got to pick the players up. That's how it is.
Just get a bus! And finally, the BBC asked this bloke what the best programme on telly was.
I think it's Good News.
Very kind. The big political news in Britain was all about one man.
Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. Fresh from his summer of Olympic, Paralympic and mayoral election success, Boris arrived to a circus of cameras and reporters normally reserved for rock stars.
He was surrounded by a Borismania media circus.
The last time I saw anyone get this sort of reception was when Muhammad Ali arrived. Boris, Boris, we love you, Boris.
Crazy.
The country has gone Boris crazy! Did you see his conference speeches? He was amazing. Now, most MPs talk about policies. Not Boris. He talked about what he wants in his lunchbox.
Every single chocolate hobnob in the world.
Then he did an impression of a really happy Rasta.
He looked at it and he said, "Very nice."
But that is nothing on his plans for next summer.
One thing we have considered extensively is a politicians' Olympics, where you'd have Jeremy Hunt wanging the bell end.
Jeremy Hunt wanging the bell end?
Very nice.
Now, I'll tell you who hasn't had a very nice week. This fellow.
The big news this morning is that the Prime Minister is now a tweeter.
David Cameron is now on Twitter. Here's his first tweet. I'm starting conference with this new Twitter feed about my role as Conservative leader. I promise there won't be too many tweets. Here's the first response. Piss off, you absolute... Staying in politics, did you see the US presidential debate?
President Obama lost his first debate with Republican Mitt Romney last night. Romney controlled the conversation and, say many observers, the president let it happen, often looking like he didn't even want to be there.
You're telling me? Did you see how many times he mumbled?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's so weird watching Obama struggle. We're just not used to it. It's like seeing Lady Gaga just wearing a cardigan. Dress down Tuesday. And what makes it weird, it's normally Romney who cocks up. I mean, this is a man who, during the worst economic slump in years, says stuff like this.
I'm not concerned about the very poor. I like being able to fire people.
When I was a boy, I used to think that becoming rich and becoming famous would make me happy. Boy, was I right.
Boy, are you a dick! Now, luckily for Obama, one political heavyweight got right behind him.
What it do, it's your boy, Big Snoop D-O-double-G, king of the West Coast, and you do know that, you bitch, you.
Snoop Dogg tweeted a list of reasons why people shouldn't vote for Romney, and they are brilliant. Reason number one, the mother name is Mitch. Number two, he's a Mormon, but he ain't got no hoes. And my personal favourite, bitch got a dancing horse. Now, Obama and Romney are making all the headlines, but it's worth pointing out there are other candidates. This guy is without doubt my favourite. Why? Because he's written a song.
Mr. Supreme, your 30-second closing statement, please.
My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin, and okay, thanks very much.
He is incredible! Obama and Romney are going to fix the economy, but will they promise this?
I'm the only candidate who will fully fund time travel research. I will go back in time. I will kill the infant Hitler with my own bare hand.
That's right, he's going to travel back in time, kill Hitler, and he's going to do it with a welly on his head. And in case that isn't enough, he's got more.
Free ponies for all Americans. That's right. I'm the only candidate who promises free ponies for all Americans.
I've got small ponies, I've got small ponies, and they've got tiny little hooves if you like them. Now, people are saying he hasn't got a chance. Nonsense. I know one guy who's already a huge fan. Elsewhere this week, bad news for this fella.
After a legal battle lasting years and costing millions of pounds, Britain's most notorious terrorist suspect, Abu Hamza, has lost his last-ditch attempt to avoid extradition to the United States.
Or, as the Sun put it, sling your hook. It wasn't just the Sun. People have been taking the piss out of him for years. I bet when he was flown to America, even the pilot had a pop. We're 5 minutes away from landing. If you're happy and you know it, clap. Ah! Even the animal world slammed him. Abu Hamza. Abu Hamza. Elsewhere this week, an old lady rang a medical hotline, and she got more than she bargained for.
Maureen Percy dialed a New Jersey state hotline for the elderly, but it got a little too hot.
Why? What happened?
She got some frisky offers for phone sex.
Right. Basically, the medical hotline changed its number. They didn't tell anyone, and the old number was taken by her phone sex company. Poor old woman. Hello, I'm having a stroke. Well, baby, you come to the right place. She must have been so confused.
What's that, love? That's right, I am 69. You want to do what to my cat?
I shouldn't take the mickey. She was not happy.
It was just so inappropriate, and it was not what I was expecting.
It was not what I was expecting.
Mind you, I know one bloke who called the number, and he had a great time.
Very nice.
To be honest, I don't know what the old lady's moaning about. If she thinks she's had a tough week, she should look at this.
Firefighters were called out to rescue a man whose head was stuck in a public litter bin in Aberdeen.
He was stuck in a bin for 3 hours! 3 hours! So, did the locals try and help him? Oh, no! Within minutes, photos of the man were on Facebook and Twitter. They took photos of him. Hey, look, someone's thrown away a granddad. Let me out! That's the problem with the world today. You make one mistake, the whole world knows about it. I mean, a few years ago, if you had an accident on a trampoline, it was between you and your mates. Not anymore.
Okay, do it.
Unbelievable. Mind you, a man stuck in a bin has got nothing on this.
It was a pretty morning on Buckhorn Lake.
but there was trouble. A squirrel was on the ice and something was on his head, like this 6-ounce Yoplait yogurt cup over his head.
This actually made the news. Forget the presidential debate. A squirrel has got a yogurt pot on his head. I love this story. Look how long the locals watched it for.
People first noticed the stuck squirrel at 8:30 a.m. and watched him for 7.5 hours.
How dull must their lives be? Have you seen this? This is the best day of my life. This is better than the time I've seen a meerkat in some Watsits. The story gets madder. Look what they did next.
Neighbors feared the worst.
Well, I called animal control. I called the police and everything.
They called the police! A woman's getting mugged. Sod that. We've got a squirrel eating a Muller Light. Go, go, go! So how do they end the report? Do they show the squirrel safe and well eating a nut in a tree? No, they get weirdly philosophical.
A busy day on Buckhorn Lake, and it also answers the age-old burning question.
Is there a God? What happens when we die?
Do squirrels really like yogurt?
James. Mind you, that squirrel should thank his lucky stars. There are worse things that can happen to your face.
Be careful, Ben!
Over in China, there's been an amazing discovery.
A TV crew was called to the village of Liakambu after workers drilling a wall shaft found what they believed was a rare fungus.
So, was it a brand new fungus? Oh, hell no!
Turns out the mushroom was actually a sex toy.
They found a plastic fanny hammer.
Everybody got time for that?
Remind me to never go to China and order the mushroom risotto. Imagine the moment they found out. Behold, the rarest fungus known to man. Oh, no, it's a dildo. Mind you, that story has got nothing on the latest sex craze in America. Get ready for this. This is a headline you don't see every day. Christian sex shop offers wholesome dildos. Wholesome dildos? What are they? I hear you cry. I'll let this guy explain.
I can't believe this Christian sex shop is selling sex toys, and one of the sex toys is a baby Jesus butt plug.
A what?
Baby Jesus butt plug.
Very nice.
Well, that brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, I've been touched by the Lord. It's going to change the nativity. We bring gold, frankincense, and I hope it doesn't catch on with other religions. Jesus, quite thin. Imagine trying to get this guy up your arse. Ah! It burns! Mind you, if you think a religious dildo is weird, take a look at this story from Peru.
There's a local mayor in Peru. I believe the town is called Huarme. His name is Jose Benitez, and he has decided that the water in his town is making the town gay.
The water is making people gay? You shouldn't laugh. He's right. I've been there. And the water is powerful stuff.
Now this is good news.
I was so bendy that day. That is not the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news, and I have to figure out who that person is. So, please welcome my mystery guest. Look at this. This is lovely. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Russell.
Hello, Russell.
How
nice
are you?
to meet you.
This
Good,
is wonderful you've got here. Can I sit down? Is that okay?
Oh, please do.
Nice. What's your name?
Jackie.
Jackie. I can get used to this, Jackie. There's a lovely smell of leather. That's not you, is it?
No.
It smells lovely, though. Any clues?
Let me see. I travel first class all over the world.
Sweet.
I stay in 5- and 6-star hotels all over
Six
the
stars?
world.
I didn't know there were 6 stars.
There are. There's 7 stars now.
Is there really?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
How much they grovel, I think. It's the more grovelling, the higher the star now.
Really?
Yeah.
What is grovelling?
Well, you know, you get value for money, don't you?
Oh, please, can I wash your feet?
You can, while you're down there. Yes.
Okay, lovely. Well, I'm down there. What else should I do? Okay. So you stay in fantastic hotels. It's something to do with expensive cars.
Right.
Do you? Is it something to do with Formula One?
No. Although I've been to it many times. I've been to most of the major events in the world.
What, of everything?
Yes. Sporting events.
Wow.
Festivals, the Oscars.
Okay. Are you a dealer?
No. Give some more clues?
Yeah.
I'm one of a very, very few females in the world that do what I do.
Catch?
It's most... You're going to regret that.
Yeah, I probably am.
Yeah. It's mostly men do what I do, and I wear a vest to work quite a lot.
Awesome.
Kevlar vest.
Okay, gotcha. So, are you a bodyguard?
Yes.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Excellent. So, why exactly are you in the news?
Because I'm the world's top female bodyguard.
Awesome. How did you get that?
I've been doing it, I think, for the longest, over 30 years.
Sweet. What do you make of that film?
Which one?
And,
I've got to be fair, we don't recommend that you shag the client. That's not, you know, the ultimate aim. But many, many celebrities do marry their bodyguards.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What celebrities have you looked at?
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, awesome.
Diana Ross.
Who?
Diana Ross.
Oh, right. I thought you said Dino Rod.
No.
That bloke that does, like, plumbing and that, yeah. Someone's ordered a hit out of Diana Ross. Okay.
Yeah.
What's been the worst day on your job? Have you ever any kind of shockers?
The worst day, I suppose, was being shot at in Pakistan.
That'll
we
do
were trying
it.
to get a girl out. Yeah, that was a bit, you know, that wasn't much fun.
Why was that?
She'd been kidnapped, actually, and taken over there, so we'd gone to rescue her and bring her back.
How many times have you been shot?
I've never actually been shot. I've been shot at several times, but,
Yeah.
you know, I've never actually been shot.
So you're like a really hard, better version of 50 Cent. I'm kind of excited to see what I'm going to do within the bodyguard world. Are we going to have some...
What I'll do, I'll give you a crash course in how to be a bodyguard.
Let's do this, baby. So here we are in the car.
Not quite Kevin Costner, love, but you're getting there. Right. What we're going to do is I'm going to pretend to be looking after you. I'm going to get you out the car. I'm going to show you how to look after your principal, how to look for...
By principle, you don't mean my dick. You just mean, like, a person?
A person.
Right. So am I looking
No,
after you?
I'll get out. You stay in the car,
Right.
and you only get out once I tell you it's safe,
Awesome.
OK?
Yeah,
So
okay.
sit back, relax, chill.
Yep.
Right, so I get out the vehicle, I have a look round to see whether there's any perceived threats. I can't see any at the moment, so therefore I beckon to my principal to get out.
Hey, hello. Cheers for that in the car. You went above and beyond your duty.
Should there be a threat, we do a thing called body cover and remove, and basically I bend you over. I put my body across yours, so I'll take the bullet. I'll put you back in the vehicle, lay across. No, lay across. I'll throw myself on top of you. Oh, and then I'll shoot the bad guy.
And
Right, come on.
That didn't happen, so that's fine.
Right.
So no baddies. Right, fine.
So that's what happens if there's a baddie.
Good. That's
okay?
I get molested. Right, okay.
But as there isn't a baddie at the moment, I'll walk in front of you all the time, yeah? Because it's my job to take the bullet.
Yep.
OK? One of the main things we have with celebrities is the paparazzi. They are one of the biggest pests and threats that we have towards celebrities.
I'm not being funny, but I think he might be a pepperette.
Right, so what you're going to do is move back. You move back out of my face. Some of the things we have as well, you have the lone gunman, you have the nutter, the guy that wants to come at you, wants to try and shoot you. So what you do, you grab this end of the gun, you grab this end of the gun, you chin him. Important bit, knee him in the golden triangle. Straight in, and he's dead. So you fancy being a bodyguard?
I'd love to, yeah.
Right, OK, so I've got some celebrities for you.
Sweet. Who's your celebs?
Well, we've got Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
We've got Angelina Jolie.
OK.
And
Alan
we've
Sugar.
got Lord Sugar. Who do you fancy keeping alive?
I like the idea of keeping Angelina Jolie alive. Alan, I've always wanted to do this. You're fired.
Now, if you think there might be a threat, you've got to body cover and remove. Bend her over.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Otherwise, I'll just, you know... I'm in front of you, sorry, Ange. I just can't allow that.
Deal with the
Watch out, there's a
paparazzi.
pappy. I'm going to go, oi, fuck off!
Don't touch him! Don't touch him!
I'll go toe-to-toe, yes!
They will. Don't touch him. Good. Excellent.
So watch out, Ange, because between you and me, I think there might be a lone nutter about to burst through the door. I'm no expert. Oh, my God, it's a no! Hey! Stop it! Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! Take the gun away. So do you think I've got what it takes to be a bodyguard?
Well, if you want to be a government licensed bodyguard now, you need to do another 150 hours of training.
I've done 5 minutes.
Well, you're almost there, but sadly... sadly, not quite enough to be on my team.
It would appear so. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my Mr. Gill! Have you heard the news about the new Bond film?
It's the classic line we've come to expect in every James Bond film, the one that helped define 007's image as a suave secret agent.
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Now Bond is putting down his martini glass and grabbing a beer.
Bond's getting beered up. That's really going to change the films, isn't it? The name's Bond. James Bond. I fucking love you. It'd be awful. What if he's one of those guys who spills his soul when he gets drunk? Just in the corner. You don't know me. Oh, I've done some terrible stuff, right? Don't laugh at me. I killed a dwarf. I put him in a suitcase. I put him in a river. I can't watch Willow anymore. It's madness. You can't have Bond getting shit-faced. Think of all the stunts in the film. Beer doesn't exactly help with your agility. Boo-diddly-doo-dee-doo-dee, boo-diddly-doo-dee-dee-dee. Oh, dear. From Bond to the dullest magician in the world.
David Blaine has begun his latest stunt, standing still. But this time he's got 1,000,000 volts shooting through him.
He got electrocuted for 3 days. The only bolt I want to see hit him is this guy. Did you watch the coverage? As ever, the Americans lost it over him.
This is beyond impressive, and I think it's really amazing because it is sort of that, like, Harry Houdini sort of vibe.
He's amazing!
My mate Mike, not so fast.
David Blaine. David Blaine! Fucking shite.
We just don't like the guy. You remember when he was in a glass box hanging over the Thames? He didn't eat for 44 days. Did people watch him in awe? No, they did this. Pranksters used a remote control helicopter to dangle a cheeseburger in front of him. We don't want to see him electrocuted. We want to see him tasered. Wouldn't that be great? There's nothing funnier than watching someone get tasered.
Pedra, uma faca, qualquer coisa assim, queira lançar isso em vocês. Eu tô na frente dele, posso usar
It's the noise. It's the noise, if anything. It's even better in slow motion. Next up, oh, this is beautiful.
Finally, two thieves who thought they got away with a furniture haul got an unpleasant surprise when their booty disappeared out of their van.
Yes, they did, right? They thought they nicked 2 sofas. Look what happened.
A hapless pair who pilfered 2 sofas left the doors wide open, allowing the store managers to then lift them straight back out before they sped off.
Now to end the show, an amazing story about a truly inspiring man.
The first half of the climb, there were lots of times I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make this, if we're going to finish it.
Spencer West finished on top in June. At nearly 20,000 feet, the Kilimanjaro volcano in Tanzania is the world's tallest standalone mountain. West is as full of adventure as any man we've ever met. But take a step back, and you see that the climber has no legs.
My family and I were told by the doctors that I would never sit up by myself, that I would never walk by myself, and that I probably wouldn't be a functioning member of society.
They didn't know what the possibilities could be.
Exactly. Exactly.
A genetic defect at birth made his legs useless. The doctors amputated at the hip. But that didn't break his spirit nor his stride. It was 7 days to the summit. Partway, he was carried, but mostly he used a wheelchair and walked on his hands.
Along the path to Kilimanjaro, there's these little statues, and they call them cairns. And we learned that cairns are a symbol for when you're lost. If you see a cairn, they signify where the trail is again. That's where I first saw myself. I thought, well, maybe actually I'm a cairn. Maybe I'm a symbol for other people when they feel lost or when they feel like a challenge is too big. And I can be that cairn to be like, it's okay. If I can overcome this, here's the path, and you can overcome it too.
What a legend. That's time for my stand-up guest. This young man is one of the fastest rising comics on the UK scene. So please welcome the wonderful Daniel Sloan!
Sure. Hello. Are you all doing you well? Yeah, the optimism's now gone, hasn't it? It's going to be amazing. No. I was in Australia earlier this year. I love Australia. I think it's beautiful and fantastic. The wildlife hates me. Every time I go, it tries to kill me. And you don't get that where I'm from. Like, there's no wildlife in Scotland. There might be a badger, but nobody's seen him in a while. And I was in Australia, and I was there for about a day, and I was walking down this street, and a snake from a tree saw me and was like, fucking, that looks tasty. Gonna get beat me a bite of that, yum, yum, yum. Launched itself out the street at me. Now, I would love to tell you, I acted like a man. I did not. I made a noise my body's never made before. Just in the hopes that the snake would go, you know what, leave it. I freaked out. Anything penis-shaped coming towards my face, I'll freak out. It's the way I do. But all the Aussies around me were laughing, going, oh, look how much of a puff he is, the way they do. And I knew I had to win back some man points. So I quickly remembered back to an episode of Steve Irwin that I'd watched when I was younger. And I remembered that snakes have got no natural immunity to being run over by cars, okay? They just never developed it. So I grabbed it in the manliest way I could, and I threw it into the middle of the road. And that is when it magically turned itself into a stick. Do snakes have leaves over here? No. Fuck. I love America. I think Americans are amazing. They're weird, but they're great and fat. And before anyone gets upset, when I say fat, nobody in this room is fat because you all walked in here. And they have stupid excuses as well. I like the way we deal with obesity here in the UK. We go, yeah, I'm fat, soz. And they probably don't say soz, that's just me. But in America, they have amazing excuses. The best one, and it makes me laugh every time I hear it, is obesity is a disease. No, it's not. The only thing obese people have in common with diseases is that they're both very easy to catch, okay? It's a flawed country it is. America's a country that believes that obesity is a disease, but homosexuality is a choice. It's not your fault if you're fat, but it's your fault if you're gay. No. That's not how it... Homosexuality is not a choice, because if it was a choice, there would not be one straight man left on this planet. Do you think if I could make myself gay, I wouldn't do it right now and make my life 10 times easier? If homosexuality is a choice, it's not a very fair one. Okay, so you got two choices. You can either spend the rest of your life pursuing women, in which case it's going to take anywhere between 1 week and 6 months trying to seduce, woo, and charm a woman into bed through varying methods of lies, deceits, and untruths. It's going to cost you a lot of time, money, and sanity, but eventually she'll concede, and you'll make love together, and it'll be beautiful, and you'll fall more in love, and you'll get to the stage in love where you just hug all the time, and you can't be close enough to each other, and you smush your face together because you're young and you're pathetic, and you're falling in love. But what you don't know is while she's doing this, she's putting blinkers on the side of your face, so you can't see your life go past. Life, family, friends, joy. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. It's all gone. Before you know it, you're 45 years old, you're married with 2 kids, and all your dreams are dead. Or you can hang out with your best friend all day and get blowjobs. What a difficult choice! That's why they're called gay people. They're happy all the fucking time. In order to get laid, they have to seduce men. Do you know how easy that is? I'm a straight man. I've got to seduce women. That's hard. I don't know what lies to feed your species to make you want my penis, right? But I could easily get a gay man into bed. Hey, do you wanna? Yeah, okay. Wish I was gay, but I'm not. In fact, I don't know if I am gay. Because I can't really say that I'm not gay, because I've never tried penis. So therefore I can't really say that I don't like it. You know, it's like when I was younger and I said I didn't like vegetables. I'd never tried vegetables. Now that I'm 22 and I've tried vegetables, turns out I quite like them. Maybe it's the same with cock. I mean, statistically, I am gay. I mean, I've only ever played with one penis, mine, but I fucking loved it. I haven't stopped playing with it since. I like 100% of penises I've ever played with. Whereas I like about 60% of the vaginas I've been in. What? I use the word gay all the time as well. I use the word gay in the wrong way. I use the word gay in the way that most people in my generation use the word gay, which is everything, something's rubbish or boring, go, oh, it's gay, it's gay, it's gay. And that is wrong, I will admit that. It's not homophobic, by the way. It's just ignorance, okay? Because in order to be homophobic, you actually have to hate gay people, which if you've met one, is quite difficult. I don't know how homophobics do it. Just going, I hate them, hiya, no. I hate you. But why? I don't know, you seem really sassy. The way I use the word in that way, it just makes no sense. That's why it's wrong. Like, I'll go to my flatmate. Do you want to go to the pub? And he'd be like, no, I'm tired. I'd be like, gay! That's not homophobic. Unless, in my head, my version of homophobia is that just all gay men are tired all the time. That's just like, oh, those gays just lying around yawning, you know what they're like. Just lying around in a field like a pride alliance. A gay pride, that's what I call them. But no, don't get me wrong. I'm all up for gay marriage. It's something I fully support. I fully support the idea of gays being allowed to adopt. Because gay parents, in my opinion, make better parents than straight parents. Because gay parents could never raise a chav. That is something only straight parents are capable of doing. Can you imagine trying to be a chav in a gay household? Running down the stairs with your Kappa tracksuit bottom, your tracksuit top, your Burberry cap, and your cheap bottle of wine going, all right, pause, I'm off out to get pished. And just both of your dads standing there going, no. And even when you use the word gay in that way, when you use it as an insult, the reason it's insulting isn't because being gay is bad, but it's because the way an insult works. The way an insult works is you're accusing someone of being something they're not. You're taking away their identity. For example, the most common insult that we've probably all used at one point or another is, you're a dick. Everyone in this room has probably at least once gone, you're a dick. But if you think about it, there's nothing wrong with dicks. They're essential to the human survival. I know loads of girls that like dicks. I know loads of guys that like dicks. I've got one of my own. He's quite fun. I call him the sausage. But when you call someone a dick, that's offensive. Not because penises are bad, because you're stealing someone's identity. You don't get people coming up to you going, how dare you? Do you know how many friends I have that are dicks? Dickophobe. I found out quite recently that apparently most other comedians think I'm gay. And the worst thing is, I can see why. I totally get it. It was nothing to shock me. I just went, oh yeah, oh god damn it. And it's the hair, and it's I wear tight shirts because I'm vain, and this hand doesn't do me any favors. I hate this hand. I've got no control over it. Like this guy, he's holding the microphone. He's got his job. This guy gets jealous and decides to go jazzy. And it's just that's all. I'm not doing that, right? He's a gay hand. That's just what he does. Like. He's never done anything gay. Like, I've never been halfway through a joke and turned around and been like, yes, I've done a show episode there. And then, I'm an atheist as well. Cool. Blank stare, that's what I'm used to. Think about it, I'm not one of these hardcore atheists, though. I don't hate religious people. If you are religious, beautiful, fantastic. Well done you. I wish I could have that faith. Wish I could have that belief system, but I went to school, so... Oh. Makes it a little bit difficult. Damn you, logic. And, but I'm really not against religion. My entire side of my mum's family is very religious. Entire side of my dad's family is very religious. I've got an uncle who's a minister. He's 5'2", so we call him a minister. He does that annoying thing that a lot of religious people do, where he quotes the Bible at me in random situations and expects it to help. But like, Daniel, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. Oh. Can I do that? Can I randomly quote stuff at people? If you want to know what a man is truly like, look at how he treats his inferiors and not his equals. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Page 410, right? Same thing. Good quote, made up source, okay? My uncle will be sitting there, he's lost faith. He's like, oh, Daniel, what if you're right? What if there is no God? What if I've wasted my life? What if I've wasted my kid's life? How am I meant to go on? How am I meant to find Jesus? And I'll say, don't give up, Scott. Keep on searching, and you will find him. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. What is that? Is that John? Is that Paul? Is that Leviticus? No, where's Wally? He was behind the Eiffel Tower, hey? Because I think we can all agree, fans of Where's Wally and Harry Potter, slightly less annoying than fans of the Bible. But not as annoying as fans of Twilight. That's a different thing. I hate Twilight, and I will say this now. I hate Twilight, and I've got a right to hate Twilight because I've seen every film. I've seen all the films, so I hate it because I know it. I've got two lovely little cousins. My uncle, who's a minister, has got two gorgeous cousins who I love to pieces, and they love the books. So every time the film comes out, I go to see it, and then I go home and try to kill myself. And it's the worst film. If you've not seen the films, allow me to quickly summarise them all for you. Jacob! Why have you taken your shirt off? Because there's no storyline. It's 9 hours of this. I can make him dance. You got him, who's the werewolf one, and then you've got Edward Cullen, who's this weird vampire thing, who's played by Robert Pattinson. And if you don't know who Robert Pattinson is, he's basically an actor who has the emotional range of Keanu Reeves after a stroke. It's awful. And then you've got Bella Swan, and if you don't know who she is, she's basically the most miserable cow that's ever existed in fact or fiction. It's like she's constantly on her period, which I imagine he fucking loves. My next joke's about tennis. I like the tennis. I think people say weird stuff when the tennis is on, though. Really annoying stuff. Like, oh my God, the noises those women make when they play tennis. It makes it sound like they're having sex. Really? I think you might be doing sex wrong. If you're having sex with a woman and she's going, oh! Oh! Let her go, okay? She is not enjoying that. Stop it. Oh! Somebody phone the police. There's a crime being committed. That is the wrong type of backhand, sir. From my experience, if women were to make the same noises they make during sex while playing tennis, this is what tennis would sound like. Shh. You're gonna wake my dad up. Seriously? Are you nearly finished? No, not in my hair. And just the umpire sat there going, there was no love in that set. No love either side. I hate noisy sex. I think if you have noisy sex, you're rude and inconsiderate. There's no need for it at all. None of the noises during sex are necessary. Don't talk to me during sex. I put up with 3 hours of your shit to get to this moment in time. I think I've earned a break. I don't even like the compliments during sex. Like, oh my God, this is amazing. Don't lie to me. Like, I know I'm bad in bed, but I don't care. I'm already having sex with you. I've won. I think it's very nice that women do lie during sex, because it would be so much worse if you told the truth. Oh my God, this is so below average. Oh, I just want to phone a taxi. Just me being honest in return, going, you were so much skinnier with clothes on. I've never seen a pair of tights look so relieved in my entire life. And that's how I like to end my set, making sure that no woman in the audience ever wants to sleep with me. Thank you very much. I've been Iron Sauce. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Daniel Snopp! Thank you very much for watching Good News. Good night, my friends. Good night.
Very nice.